What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the BBB Gaming News channel. If you want to hear the other side of the news, subscribe and turn on notifications. In today's video, we are going to be talking about how Headdband may have just proven his innocence against any claims of cheating from ITSHAPA. So, let's crack on with the news. Headdband has recently been accused of cheating by ITSHAPA. We covered this story on this channel. We've also covered this and stayed up to date on our website, BBB gamingnews.com, where there are multiple articles surrounding this situation. We've been watching the drama unfold between ITSHAPA and Headdband since the start. Well, for a very long time now, ITSHAPA has claimed that Headdband is using cheats within his gameplay. Headdband was adamant that he was not using cheats. He has now since put out a 25 kill solo game whilst using a 3-camera setup to prove his innocence, to prove he is not cheating. As you can see imaged above, he's got a 3-camera setup. One where you can see his face, one where you can see both of his monitors as well as his desktop as well, which is brilliant. This shows that there are no devices in use that are on top of his desk. What if there was something under his desk? Well, just to be on the safe measure, he has got a camera set up showing under his desk. They are not the best quality, not as clear as you would probably like, but he's mentioned in the past that he's got financial issues when it comes to living day by day in New York City, so it was definitely going to be a struggle for him to get these cameras. So I'm sure people in his community have either helped him out or he's been able to swindle a couple of things to get the money together to be able to afford 3 separate cameras. So he's been able to do it in quite a short period of time to get these set up. And this is brilliant. Honestly, this would be great if he was accused of using wall hacks. Does anybody remember the time when Mutex was caught with Cronus Pro on his desktop, right? Then he set up a 5-camera setup to prove that he wasn't cheating. However, the fact that he had a program on his PC was proof enough that he had that program on his PC. He even admitted that he had that program on his PC. That program is something that you can add scripts to the Cronus Max device with, and the Cronus Max device is a cheating device. So why does setting up a 5-point camera for Mutex disprove the fact that he had and admitted to having the Cronus Pro on his desktop? And for those who don't remember, we'll show you now. It was actually on a video that we posted on the BadBoyBeaman channel which showed that Mutex had Cronus Pro on his desktop, as you can see in the image above. This guy was caught with Cronus Pro on his desktop and decided to swindle it, as simple as that he needed that for when he was a CDL Pro or a Call of Duty Pro 7 years prior to this video surfacing. So if you were caught with a cheating program on your desktop, how does setting up cameras prove that you are legit? It doesn't. Because Cronus Pro doesn't do anything in the sense of wall hacks by any means. So why would that disprove anything against the Cronus Pro? The fact is Mutex was caught red-handed with a cheat program on his PC. Setting up cameras disproved nothing. And it would appear that Headdband has gone the same route by setting up cameras to prove that he isn't using aimbot. Aimbot, which is not a visible thing on your screen. Okay, it can be with an aimbot field of view slider, but that's only on if you have that set on with the ESP settings within the cheats. I'm not sitting here and saying the Headdband is using cheats at this point, not at all. I've watched the gameplay and nothing really seems too suspicious about it. So is Headdband legit? Possibly. But the big question is, has Headdband ever cheated, right? He talked about the fact that he is possibly willing to try out cheats and show his community the cheats, if in fact they want that, and he still hasn't made his mind up about it yet. And he said when he does, if he does, he will be completely transparent on the matter. However, he's also claimed that the reason he understands the difference between legit gameplay and cheat is because he is a top level player. 25 kills in solos, well, that shows that he's a decent level player, that's for sure, whilst having 3 cameras set up as well. But the one focus that he seems to be bypassing, the one question that he is not answering, is about the multiple accounts that have been mentioned that are directly linked to him. And for those of you who haven't already read the article on our BBB Gaming News website, it's linked in the description below. This is the original article surrounding the subject between ITSHAPA and Headdband, and Loaded Chatch's video actually demonstrated that Headdband was linked to 3 different accounts, 2 of which line up and correlate ban waves within Call of Duty Warzone, by the way. And now this is a guy who still to this point throughout this whole situation has not admitted or mentioned the fact that he has previously used cheats, okay? He said he's being open and honest and transparent with his community at this point. For me, I would say, on the surface, that looks great. He is dropping 25 kills with 3 cameras set up after being accused of cheating. But right here is where I think the answers need to come from. Headdband has now addressed everything that he needs to in relation to his gameplay. That's fine. But that's not what people are asking for at this point. The one thing that is tying Headdband to potential cheating right now is the multiple accounts he's tied to, which Loaded Chat actually brought up. And if you actually scrolled further down into the article, you will see 3 separate images attached, all of which are Headdband accounts. Now this one here, last played on June 30th, 2021. And then there's this second account here, which hasn't been played on since December 23rd, 2021. There was a big engine-owning ban wave announced that day, by the way, guys. The whole Telegram went up in flames, basically talking about everybody in there saying that their accounts have been permanently banned on December 23rd, 2021. So this again is another account that is highly linked to Headdband. And this here is his most recent account, Headdband #6875975. And if you were to run that through COD track, you will probably see that he's dropped a 25 kill solo game on that account. If not, maybe he's done it on one of the others and he can actually sign into them. However, this is the big part now. People will say that how can you link these accounts to him? It could be somebody else. Well, this is where it got cross-referenced multiple times by the writer of the article on our website. And you can actually see on this account here, which is the one he's more actively using today, or the one that is active today, he is playing with 2 people a lot. Dewbacker and Eric the Red. Now, if you were to go into the other 2 accounts, scroll through the match history, and you will see both of those Activision IDs of Dewbacker and Eric the Red playing with both of those other accounts. One of them playing with Dewbacker, the other one playing with Eric the Red. And now both of those accounts, which are linked directly via their Activision ID, are playing with Headdband on his brand new accounts, the one that he's more recently using. And that is how Headdband has been 100% linked to those other accounts. There is no way that he can deny owning those accounts, although we have seen on Twitter that he's been denying the fact that there are 2 accounts. He said he had one prior account which was on PlayStation. And if that is the case, then that means that he would not have been cheating on that account, which means he would be able to actually sign into it. And if not, maybe there's a valid reason behind that. Because hey, Headdband at this point, after 8 months of putting out content and having the opportunity to explain to his community if he cheated or not in the past, well, he hasn't, has he? He hasn't claimed that he's cheated in Warzone. He's never claimed that he's touched cheats. If anything, I would say Headdband has denied using cheats in the past. He's claimed that he doesn't want to go down that route. He would much rather show you guys what's going on in the game and try and explain it from other people's videos rather than going into the game and actually having to use the cheats himself. But he has said that he would be 100% transparent with his community if that was the case, if he did decide to go down the route of testing the cheats. So I would say it's really good that he's planning on being 100% transparent with his community. And if he wants to stick by that and be 100% transparent, I would love to see Headdband sign in to both of his older accounts, which have been mentioned in our news articles and also brought up by ITSHAPA in his most recent video before Headdband decided to respond with a 25 kill solo win. So again, it begs the question, why didn't Headdband address this situation surrounding the multiple accounts when he had the chance? Instead, he decided to focus on having a 3-camera setup whilst playing a 25 kill solo game, which did not address anything to do with 2 previous accounts potentially being banned. And as you can see from this point in the video from ITSHAPA, there was definitely questions being asked about other accounts. Headdband did not address this. Headdband did not admit to using cheats in the past. Not once has he said to his community directly that he's used cheats in the past. Okay? Now this is something that comes with a little bit of a shock, and it's probably going to shock a lot of Headdband's community. We found something. If you remember rightly, the Headdband actually had an old Twitter account. That Twitter account was actually banned. That was banned for whatever reasons, probably mass reports on the site itself. That's unclear at the moment as to why his Twitter account was banned. However, people have actually got screenshots of tweets that he put out in response to other people. Now keep in mind that Headdband was one who used to respond to everybody at this point. He was never one to hold his tongue or think, if I say this, it could come to backfire in the future. And remember that he has not once admitted to his community over the past 8 months that he has used cheats. Now let's take a look at the tweet that actually surfaced recently, which completely proves the Headdband is not only somebody who's used cheats in the past, but somebody who is lying to his community. Now as you can see, this is not the Twitter handle the Headdband is currently using, but just so you guys are aware that this is in fact 100% Headdband's old Twitter handle, I'm going to go into one of his videos quickly to demonstrate this whilst he was showing inbox messages between myself and him. So the way in which I can prove this, from the video where he put up saying BadBoyBeaman blocked me, you can actually just scroll down and he hasn't updated the information within his description. So if you were to click on the Twitter link here, it takes you to the account that has been suspended, which is at Headdband. Right, now let's get back to the screenshot that we've been sent of him talking about cheats. So this screenshot is from his old Twitter handle, and this was in response to the bearded ODST Corey J. Munn and Jake Sucky on the 23rd of September 2021. Obviously we can't divulge what was said before this because this is the only part of the conversation that we received, but either way, whatever context it was used in, clearly demonstrates Headdband admitting to using cheats, knew about and used mods in COD 4, M2 and Black Ops, hacked all those games to the point I could fly Harriers and shoot rockets out of the sky in Modern Warfare 2, have tested and experienced at least 20 Warzone cheat providers. This is literally like 1/4 of my experience. So this is a guy who throughout the last 8 months has not put out a video or claimed to his community that he's used cheats. In fact, he's done the complete opposite in saying that he doesn't really want to have to do that. He's actually shunned other people in the community who do similar things to him in the sense of exposed videos who have used cheats in the past, and he claims that that is not the route he would like to take. He claims that he is the almighty Headdband who has never used cheats and will if he has to, but doesn't really want to. But this tweet right here from the 23rd of September 2021 is Headdband admitting to using at least 20 cheat providers. Unless he was lying in that tweet right there. But either way, this is directly linked to Headdband, as well as 2 accounts that he has not addressed and whether or not they are banned. So has Headdband been banned in the past on multiple accounts? And that is what actually got Headdband into doing these videos? Is that what's caused it? And why will he lie for so long to his own community who he claims to be transparent to? So I think that Headdband has a lot of explaining to do at this point, and I do think that he will explain the situation. It's about time that he comes out and explains those accounts to his community, as well as explaining why he's tested and tried 20 different Warzone cheats and not once mentioned it in a single video that he's uploaded on YouTube or to his community, especially whilst he's being accused of cheating by ITSHAPA. And more notably, in last night's stream from Headdband, he talked about these accounts. Somebody must have asked him within his chat about the accounts, and he goes into detail explaining that he is only linked to 2 accounts, and if there is a third one, it must be inactive with no games played on it, and it will have been made by a mistake. So let's run the clip through for you now so you can hear Headdband talking about these accounts.
The problem with potentially signing in is it's an old account that was PS4 that's gone. And that email that I used for that PlayStation 4 account, I removed that from my old account so I could make this new account. But that's a reason you guys should know it's the same thing. My email for this account is the same for my email for YouTube. It was the same email I used on PlayStation 4. So there's potentially a placeholder email that is attached that I could try to sign into, but I don't have the PlayStation, so I gotta try to dig that up. And I was not going to pour hours into something stupid for HAPA, I'll tell you that right now. But literally, it's as simple as going from PlayStation to PC. If there's some other account there, it's either not mine or it was mine that I made like by mistake and made another one, and I guarantee you it's inactive with no games played.
So he clearly states in that video, which is a clip from his most recent stream on Twitch last night, that he has 2 accounts, one being PlayStation, one being PC, both via the same email address. He also claims that there is a third account, it's either not his or it's been made by mistake and it will be inactive with 0 games played. However, the 3 accounts we've shown have hundreds of games played on each of them. Well guys, we're going to keep a close eye on this because after Headdband has actually put a 25 kill solo win up with 3 cameras showing, after being accused of using aimbot, whilst not addressing the multiple accounts and claiming that he's legit and transparent with his community. But I'm sure HAPA will respond at some point. But until then, guys, have a look at what we've put out in this video today. The information we were able to find, it's just us looking at it from an outsider's point of view and telling the news on the situation. But this guy right here, Headdband, he's claiming to have never cheated. He's claiming to have never had multiple accounts other than one PlayStation account. And yet here we have him with 2 multiple accounts directly linked to him, along with a tweet of him admitting to using cheats in Warzone. And he is lying to his community about that. But hey, let's see what ITSHAPA comes up with, and we'll keep you posted here on the BBB Gaming News channel. So make sure you're subscribed with notifications on. BBB, over and out. Thank you for watching yet another BBB Gaming News video. I'm so happy you guys are here watching this news channel. If you do enjoy the content here, make sure you are hitting that thumbs up on the videos. Make sure you're subscribed with notifications on. This way you will not miss any of our uploads. We do upload multiple videos each day. And guys, if you want to support this channel anymore, you can become a member by hitting that blue join button today. Thank you.